Go for it.
Oh, is it time? Oh, hello, beautiful people, and the world as I know it outside of my window. The blinds are closed. I can't see much, but I'm assuming the world looks beautiful out there. Welcome to the Sentai Writers United. My name is Cough Cough Frogs. Here we have joining us my main man. What's up, Bolt?
Hey everybody!
Hey,
That was
look
one of
you.
the most
Oh, go on. Sorry.
long-winded intros.
Sorry. Hey, you're one of the first tonight. You usually complain that you're not first, but there you go. Then,
I'm
then we
not
have
important.
then we have a good buddy of mine, KRX Filthy. No, I'm kidding. KRX 50.
Thank you. I don't like being referred to as filthy. I know. I don't like being referred to as a synonym for dirty. That's just,
Oh my gosh, the echo. I'm so sorry. I didn't know I had the YouTube tab open.
but anyway, hey everybody.
Oh my gosh. Stop. Oh yeah. I'm so sorry about that. Then we have the Toyman, CJ.
Hello, wonderful people. How you doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good. Okay. Give me one moment, please, and we will get these articles ready.
Hmm.
Sorry, I had to turn off my second monitor just so the echo would stop. And yeah, we're good now. Okay, we're good.
Insert Jeopardy theme here.
All right, yeah, I'll start. I'll start the sharing. Screen two. Can you guys see my screen?
No.
Yes.
Now,
There we go.
All right. So, first article of the evening, we have a poster with Kamen Rider 3 on it. And he looks cool. Oh, there's another poster down here.
He looks like they went and tried to combine the design aspects of like the next and first suits with like original Rider 1.
Yeah.
Looks
Where is it?
funky.
no, I really just can't find myself getting psyched or hyped up about this because it just is, I don't know, kind of lame in my opinion. It's just like a third version of the first two writers.
Which is what V3 was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is out of nowhere. Also, I'm upset. I can't click on this little picture right here. I
Oh,
want to click on it, but I can't. All right. Anything else?
the one thing that I want to say is, because March is actually steadily coming upon us really quick, I wish they would give some more information in terms of who is going to be coming in through the Sentai side. All we're seeing is the common
Or
rider.
just other superheroes in general.
Yeah,
It's more and more like they really shouldn't have gone with the superhero Tyson title because it's looking like it's only Kamen Riders.
yeah, it looks like it's going to be a second Kamen Rider Taizen movie. I mean,
I think
which isn't bad, but I mean, if you're going to have it as a
Have
moniker,
a superhero Tyson name.
where's the superhero? Where's the Sentai?
I'm just gonna assume that they're gonna put every single Sentai in it like the first one.
Good lord.
I'm starting to see something with 3 that kind of bugs me, and that is a good chunk of his colors are just... I know what bugs me about him now.
What?
He looks like a Shocker Rider.
He kind of does,
Yeah, he does.
especially the yellow scarf eyes.
Why does he look like a Shocker Rider?
Well, Shocker made the first two writers. Yes, they
I
got late.
know, but it's like he looks so much like a Shocker Rider that he just... Oh.
Right? That's what I want to know. There wasn't much in there.
Oh well, moving on, moving on.
Guess so.
Anyway,
Oh wait, Did I have my mic on the entire time?
Yup.
Oh my gosh. Excuse
Double
me.
train wreck.
I did not know my mic was on. This is pretty bad.
This is
Hold on.
new for him. We'll cut him some slack this time.
Yes, I've been with this podcast since episode 1, and I've never led one. Also, what is happening here? Why are you blank? Oh, here we go.
Why am I beeping?
Oh yeah, second promo. There's another promo. They added some monsters and stuff in it. It's
Still pretty much the original promo. They just showed us one monster and the grunts up close.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
really
and
much new.
there was some tiny extra stuff in it.
Well, yeah, we got to see a bit more detail of like that weapon thing. But other than that, it's still the same promo.
Basically,
The mooks look funny.
I guess.
Yeah, they're interesting.
But still, they're the mooks. We're gonna be seeing them through the entire series,
Oh yeah.
so they're gonna get old fast.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Alrighty then. Next. It's better not be white. It's white. But I can tell you what this thing. It's the Russia set the last 3 titles for the last 2 episodes. I don't know. Is this considered spoilers?
They're episode titles. Like, this is not really newsworthy because they're not episode descriptions.
Well, it gives us an idea because if you look at the titles of a lot of things, you can get a basic idea of how of what the episodes are going to be about.
Kinda. I mean, the thing is, with these last episodes, this is kind of stuff we saw coming from the very beginning. Yeah, they're gonna go home.
Yeah, please don't spoil it for me. I haven't had a chance to catch up watching Toku or Drive, so I'm behind on those.
Oh no, I am so far behind on Toku. It's not even funny.
I think I'm like 2 episodes behind. Also, why does my shit keep scrolling up and down by itself?
I don't know.
This is annoying.
Your computer is possessed. That's what it is.
Sure as hell is.
Pay me enough money and I'll fix it.
I'm okay. Why do I have to pay? That's not fair. I thought I was a bro. I introduced you first.
You get the bro count. The bro discount.
What, 5 cents off the dollar?
Oh yeah. So the Tokuger movie press conference video is out. It's subbed.
Okay.
Whoop-de-doo.
It's good for anyone who wants to see it, but, I mean, it's a press conference. They're just like, the actors giving their thoughts on the movies and their experience, and not that big.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're just.
I want to see the movie.
If you want an interesting press conference like interview thing, there's the one with the Spirit Rangers, Sion and Gray from Kyoryuger.
Isn't that an interview, not a press conference?
Yeah, that's what I said. Or interview.
Down? Stop it.
It's also a really fun one to listen to.
Your computer's just possessed.
I know, it hates you. I think it's all the articles. There's so fucking many.
I told you.
So many.
But do you listen to the smart guy? No.
No.
Nobody ever listens to the smart guy.
Oh man. Okay,
Yeah, his
next.
calculations are always off.
Yeah.
Boken Blues actor to guest star in HTML.
He's entered the internet. He's become one with it.
He is infinite. Oh, there he is. I swear, I have seen this guy before. I haven't seen any of Bokenger except for like the first episode. What is he? Was he in the Double movie?
No, he was
was in the double movie.
Who?
Oak and Silver.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was him.
And Boken Red was the Kendo sensei in episode 17 of O's.
Oh, okay.
And
I think that there's like a separate article that shows that both Boken Fink and Boken Blue are gonna guest star.
Was that really?
Probably.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he's gonna co-star an episode, doing God knows what. Next. Ghost in Shell movie has a release date. I think it was like April 2017. Do I even need this tab?
yeah, April 14th, 2017.
Yeah,
That was
no.
Man,
Oh, here we go.
too old
Yeah,
for
April
that
14th.
movie.
2017. All right. If you're a Ghost in the Shell fan, hope you're excited. I guess.
I mean, I
Um,
understand announcing it, but good lord, the hype on that's going to be so freaking high.
Yeah, it might destroy itself.
Yeah, probably.
yeah.
People will be tired of hearing about it. It's like Ghost in the Shell. Well, damn, I'm tired of hearing about this.
Actually, I've been hearing about it for quite some time now. Like a really long time.
Oh boy, this is a piece of news that shows that the people here are not very well informed.
Yeah, this is already on Netflix.
No, it's
Destroy All Monsters.
it's already on Hulu. It's been on Hulu for like months.
Hulu.
Both dub and subbed.
Mhm.
Damn. Just,
But knowing
commercials.
Crunchyroll, it's only the subbed because you have to respect the Japanese version.
Yeah, true. The Crunchyroll isn't that bad. They're okay. Well, if you like this movie, go watch it for free on the Hulus. Because
Well,
I'm sure it's
not exactly. It does say at the bottom, available to premium members. No, sorry.
Right.
Then
I said on Hulu.
Yeah, that's for Crunchyroll.
oh,
Yeah.
right. Never
I
mind.
said on Hulu for free on Hulu, not premium on
Alright.
Crunchyroll.
My bad.
Wow, I like that. I guess that's one of their ways of keeping incentive to buy their premium thing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's kind of low. Whatever.
Oh, Japanese Spider-Man? Something about Japanese Spider-Man. Okay, so he's gonna be in some comics. We're getting some Japanese Spider-Man comics.
Hopefully they'll bring back the robot.
Well, of course, you can't have Japanese Spider-Man without the robot.
Leopardon!
Spider-Man is that he's the closest to being Spider-Man in name only.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, no Spider-Bite, no radioactive powers. Like, he's a transforming hero who has a spider motif and a giant robot that's based on leopards.
Yeah, he's really random. It's funny. I would read this comic. I would read this comic, honestly.
He's the kind of thing that would
let's
be more to Toku fans than to Spider-Man fans.
Yeah, since he's the OG daddy. He's the reason we have mechs
Yeah.
in Sentai. Alright. Next. Close. Okay. Stupid Lexington Comic Con. I hate you. Because now they have 4 Tokusatsu actors and actresses going.
Oh, you mean? Oh yeah, they have boy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They also have somebody. They also have a chick from Ultraman.
Neat.
Okay.
Looks like I need to save up my money and go.
Oh man. Where is Lexington again? Kentucky?
Kentucky.
Yep.
Why is Lexington, Kentucky getting all the Japanese actors out of nowhere?
I don't know.
That's
Because
really random.
it's going to make it easier for me to go see them since I live over on this side of the country.
Oh, man, you suck. Well, I'm pretty sure I think tickets are sold out now.
I know people.
I hope you know people that can get you those tickets for good prices.
Oh, if you only knew.
Let's see. Next, we have Gridman's getting an anime.
This was out of left field for me.
That's nice, I guess.
Yeah. Considering Gridman's been gone for a while. Yeah, this is really interesting.
The anime. Well, it's getting an anime short. Not
Yeah,
like a
it's
full-
getting a
not-
full series. Which
Oh yeah,
but
So it's a one-off.
it's
Wait,
still
Yeah. It's
Which-
titled Denko Chojin Gridman: Boys Who Invent a Great Hero.
oh.
which, if I remember correctly, this series or the Japanese series is Gridman is what became our cyber human samurai.
Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad.
Why do I always want? It's because of that cyber squad that I want to switch the cyber with the super. But anyway, that's what spawned our superhuman samurai over here. If you
Yeah, but judging by the title, it's probably gonna be like a compressed version of the series because, from what I remember, the plot to Gridman is pretty similar to its American counterpart. So where it's a bunch of little kids who create this superhero in the computer.
Huh.
interesting.
I didn't know that. I've only ever seen like one or two episodes of Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. Damn.
I used to have a bunch of the toys. I was selling them for a friend of mine, and I mean, I had the morpher, I had the figure with all of his attaching components, and I sold them.
Why was he a samurai?
I
Oh.
don't-
I think they just did that. I think they threw that into the title just so it'd be completely illiterate.
Oh man.
I don't know.
That are like, it's from Japan. They're all samurais, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Alright,
Good
next.
old.
Ultraman manga to
Aw, man.
feature Moe. All the Moe.
I hate this.
There's the guy, the person drawing this, his artist tag is Moeton.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's in the last paragraph. Designer Pop, Moeton, is in charge.
Oh man. Oh, over here.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Moeton. That's great. Also, like if it was all the articles making me lag. That's why my computer was scrolling, but now it's working.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, this is
This is something that it's sadly the inevitable with stuff like monsters.
And I so hate this concept because it's taking big, tough, like gigantic beasts and turning them into these cutesy, like just cutesy girls.
Have you guys seen Moemon?
I've played it.
How is
I
it?
don't know if I want.
It is the most. I can't play it for long, else I overload from the sweetness. But it's just like I'm feeling crappy today. I'm gonna go play some Moemon.
Do you guys know what Moemon is?
I
CJ?
don't think. No, I
It is basically.
Yeah. So basically, what they just did with Ultraman, the manga, with the monsters, somebody got Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, and they hacked it, and they made all the Pokemon to be cute little girls in Pokemon costumes.
So they're lolicons.
No, not all of them are. There are some that are just full grown, and they're all moe and cute is the thing. And this is something Japan really, really likes doing, not to insult the monsters, but more just to have a bit of a laugh.
Yeah.
That's kind of what this manga is. 'Cause, I mean, for God's sake, it's which one is? Nephilis. Oh, it actually won't show. Okay, whatever. Um, they're they're gonna be attending a school called Kaiju Grave Academy.
Oh my god, I want to read this.
I don't.
Sounds great.
It sounds dumb, but it's Japan and it's something I'm used to out of them.
I don't know what I'm looking at here, but I just got on Facebook real quick and I saw this.
Oh, I'm scared.
Also, this is I guess a closer up look. Let's see if I can zoom in over here.
Those
You
are
look like a
just
soccer writer.
screenshots from the
Yeah.
new teaser
Yeah,
trailer.
they are. Yeah, he looks evil as hell though. I'm saying he looks hella evil. Oh my gosh. And then there's what is he right now? Is he RX? I think he's
I
RX.
just captioned.
Stupid because it's RX that has the car, not Black.
Well, no, okay, wait. I
No,
think
wait, that's Rider 3's car.
Yeah, because it has the racing club logo on the bumper.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just captioned this in my head, and Rider 3 is all like, "Feel the justice of my car, vroom! I can take this shit."
I'm talking about Kotaro Minami though. Like that's
I know it's.
message for Black rather than RX.
Wait, how small was this picture? I don't want to zoom out too much and have like all my settings be all stupid later.
Don't.
I think I'll keep it there.
Okay.
All right. So, what do we call these? Moeju.
They're basically the preferred term is monster cons.
Monster cons. Okay. All right. Let's see. Next, we got blank.
New Sentai.
Okay. Here we go.
Blank Rangers. Kamen Rider
Jyuden
Blank.
Sentai. So you can pre-order the opening. I don't know how I feel about pre-ordering an opening I've never heard before.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how I feel about pre-ordering a limited edition of an opening I've never heard before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that too.
What does the limited do?
I don't want to spend $18 on a song I haven't even heard yet. Yeah, what is the limited? I think it was to come with a music video, probably. No, not music video.
I'm looking at it now.
Special video featuring the show's ending theme.
That we still haven't heard yet.
Yep. It sounds
And you're getting greedy.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Explosions. Explodies in the background. That's a big explosion.
Yeah. That's the biggest explosion yet. Chitwick boom.
Mr. Korg is pleased.
I assume this will be the first roll call.
Maybe.
I don't know.
It's just such a big explosion.
I always knew those damn ninjas would cause too many problems.
Alright, let's go next. We got Power Ranger news. I don't know about you guys, but I'm actually excited for this new season, kinda.
Seems interesting.
We got another extended trailer.
I've been following the Blue Ranger, Yoshi Sidarso, I think is his name. Since apparently he's the original idea is he's from what I can understand, the original idea was supposed to be that he's supposedly like a caveman. I don't think that's the case anymore.
I don't know. I think he probably still is a caveman.
Probably.
He looks like me dressed on this is how I dress during the summer.
But well then why aren't you the Power Ranger?
Work on it.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Work out enough, and then go meet up with him in New Zealand and go, yo, can we switch places for like the summer?
I actually tried to audition. I actually tried to audition for this season. when they had open casting, when they were all like, yeah, just send us an audition video. I tried to film one, but like some shit happened and I couldn't do it.
Oh damn.
I know. Blame
But
please.
I don't know. I'm just really I've I've had problems with Samurai and Super Samurai, and then Mega Force and Super Mega Force.
I
With the blandish acting or the overacting by one person.
I
Yeah. I'm I'm really hoping this is the season that it's finally mellowed out and these five that we are introduced to are like it sort of clicks in their head. Okay, it's not overacting, it's not underacting. It's that good baseline, good that we're used to. And I really hope to God they don't wear the same damn outfit all the damn time.
What the hell is a 5-foot Pikachu?
Oh, they're talking about
No.
they're talking about the Pokemon Live musical thing where there was a 5-foot Pikachu apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, that's scary. Alright, next. Man.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to the new one, but we'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah.
Oh,
Same here. KRX, can you like shed some light here? Because I don't understand this one.
This is a mini series of kind of special episodes for Conrad Drive. Like, it has a description of some of them.
Oh yeah, I didn't read this. I legit just opened it and sent it to you guys. So, so this is my first time actually looking at this.
Huh.
I mean, they've already been doing something similar to that because we've already had a couple of like little mini episodes that they've put out. I haven't had.
Honestly, I like what they're doing here. They're giving us this extra material of stuff that might not appear in the series. Just these little extra tidbits to shed some light on some details that aren't quite gone over in the show.
I think it'll be. I mean, I think it'll work. It gives good information. So, well, it gives a little bit of information. But I mean, from what I can understand from the people that have watched those little itty bitty tidbit episodes that have come out, the ones that are like I forget what they're called, but it's like type. The episode's like something or other type, blah blah blah. They seem to like them and they seem to help tie in some information, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens with these guys because it's looking like these are being released to DVD. That they're not. Well, that's the Blu-ray collection for the series, but good lord, at 19,000 yen, they can keep it.
Yeah, thing is that these DVDs and Blu-rays are way overpriced.
I'll wait for it to be subbed.
Yeah.
But that's all. But that's just me. Froggy, what do you think?
I could care less. I don't like Drive. I really don't care.
I love it.
Drive is good.
All its extra material.
Oh gosh. Let's see. Next.
What it's worth, I enjoy Drive because you don't pick at it a bunch and find more and more flaws with it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so far, basically from what I can tell, and I will say this until the day I die, Drive is giving us what Double should have.
I wouldn't go there. I will explain my points later when the podcast is over.
Yeah.
We have things to do.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Oh, so Japanese Spider-Man. Japanese Spider-Man, 2 episodes have been streamed somewhere on Marvel.com.
The heck? Episode
What?
1 and episode 7?
They're probably the ones that feature. Well, I'm trying to remember. Did Leopardon show up in like every episode, or
Oh.
I really think it's either to show the first episode, then skip all the way to 7.
huh?
Um,
Marvel.
blame Marvel.
Not even blame them. It's just like, well, that's good old Marvel, I guess.
I'm like, Marvel, what are you doing?
Go home. You're drunk.
there's something.
Yeah, it's
Anywho,
weird.
I really don't have much to say on this because I haven't watched any of the Japanese Spider-Man.
Oh, another one. I just think it's really cool. You know, this is Tokusatsu.
I haven't seen it, but I know it's got some interesting ideas, and the theme song is from, if you hear it, I've heard it, it's kind of catchy.
Yeah, I've heard it too. I've only ever heard it, like, I think once or twice. I forget what it sounds like. It's different.
Yeah.
It's different. Okay. Next. Oh, this one is Ninja is featured in the newest trailer for the Tokuja versus Kyoryuger movie.
Admittedly, that was kind of to be expected.
Yeah, that usually happens in the movie. When it's this close to the new team coming in, they'll pop in, then they'll pop the new team that's going to come in.
Well, it isn't like something that's been going on for too long, but I'm having concerns about Shinkenser.
I don't like being spoiled on stuff like this. I'd rather watch the movie and be surprised that the new team is in there.
Well,
I
I mean,
don't even know how you know that as a spoiler. It happens in every single crossover.
Not
Yeah.
every single crossover.
A lot of them recently have been doing that.
yeah.
I haven't noticed.
For goodness sake, in friggin' Gokaiger, we had to have an episode dedicated to them going back in time to do their crossover.
Yeah.
Not the crossover, but their crossover cameo.
The crossover that makes sense.
Huh.
Or it didn't make sense at the time, but they had to make it make sense.
Okay.
You know, because in the crossover movie, did they change to a bunch of different Rangers, and then like they had to make an actual episode dedicated to it to make that make sense. You know?
Yes. That's what I was talking. Okay. The episode at the time they turned into the Gosagers and Shinkengers during the Gosager Shinkenger crossover.
Yeah.
And so in Gokaiger they had an episode, the Time Ranger episode, I believe.
Oh yeah, I
where
know. I've
they
seen it.
traveled back in time to do their cameo.
Okay.
I thought that was
And that's
pretty cool.
that's how they explained them having the Gosei and Shinken Ranger keys.
Okay. Oh, wait, go on.
No, I'm done.
Oh, last article. Superhero. Oh, it's just a trailer. It's just a trailer of with
Kamen
the
Rider
first-
Tyson GP.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Didn't even bother to watch.
I finally figured out. I found out what the damn GP stands for.
Grand Prix.
Yeah, I've been wondering for weeks now. I was like, what is this damn GP stand for? Why are you here? What's your purpose? I figured it out.
I'm really sorry to say this. I kind of figured that out really early on. It's like, GP, there are a bunch of cars. Grand Prix!
I knew that from the start because at least on some of the promotional materials it actually said Grand Prix in Kakan, and I can read that.
Oh no, I didn't find out until I saw I think it was this trailer specifically where they actually said Kamen Rider or Superhero Type said Grand Prix, and I was all like, oh,
Yeah.
that's what that means.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop sharing now.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh.
Good Lord. Well,
Well, today let's talk about what's happening today. So today I went to work. I'm kidding.
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
No.
When did our podcast turn into a vlog?
Oh, Hero Geddon says maybe Go Andre will come back. That would make sense. Makes sense for Car Ranger to come back too, and Turbo Ranger,
Yeah, it would make.
and I guess Bokenger maybe. Maybe.
I
Well,
want Kendra to come back.
well, I mean, they have I think Oken or Go-Go Formula. Yeah, that'd work.
Maybe. And then we'll throw in some trains. Let's have some more vehicular things.
Yeah.
Just throw in all the vehicles that make no sense.
All right,
Get
I now want one thing at a GP.
What?
I want the Rainbow Line to race the Denliner.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, now we can go to the topic.
I like that.
Okay, alright, so the topic
That
of
would
the
be
day.
awesome.
The topic of the day is one of my favorite Sentais. I think it's like my top. It's my number 3. Jyuden Sentai Gekiranger. Wata. If you don't know what Gekiranger is, it's a Sentai. Wait for it. Based on cat-based kung fu-ish, kinda. They're all animals,
Beast.
but but the first 3, like the first 3, Geki blue, yellow, and red, they're cats. So it's
Yep.
cat kung fu.
Yes.
Mhm.
As you can see,
What do you have in the background?
I have Geki Toja.
Mhm.
I hate you. I've always wanted that guy.
Mhm.
Yeah, I had to buy a replacement for him.
Well, I have the Psyblade and the Super Geki Claw currently in my possession before I send it
You
to
know
CJ. Because
I was
CJ's
getting
now.
ready to say before it becomes mine. You mean?
Yeah, because it's CJ's now.
You know what I have?
What?
A gong changer.
I hate you.
Well, I did find one, but no, I can't get it.
Oh.
I hate you so much. I've always wanted a gong changer. Alright, so we were supposed to watch it until 24. I have finished the series, so I didn't have to do a damn thing.
I'm almost done with the series.
I know I suggested like 21 because where did 24 come from?
No, I think it was 20. We were supposed to get at least until Geki Violet, but I don't
That's
know.
2020.
Yeah.
No,
We-
I suggested up to the Super Geki, which was 21.
21.
Yeah, we saw.
Someone overshot.
Yeah, no, this is CJ's first time watching Geki Ranger, and he overshot to like episode 30.
Yep.
Well done.
We're all over the place. Doesn't matter.
I've already been introduced to Geki Chopper, so yeah.
Oh shit!
The
That's
guy
good.
whose last name is Killer Move.
His socks.
Actually, his actual name, if pronounced the Japanese way and translated, would be Killer Move Fist.
Almost, except that his name is one character off, because the actual word Satsu has 2 S's after the HI, where his has only 1.
Well, they read it to like Hisatsuki, which is like another way of saying that, but whatever.
I look at it from Deno with Momotaros and his
He
move.
says Hisatsu.
Yep.
But there are some who are like Hisats.
Like the driver.
Yep.
Yeah,
Saw.
that's it.
Oh,
Alright,
well.
so Gekiranger. Gekiranger's about let's see, we started off with the show with two people actually. Kinda. With Geki Blue and Geki Yellow and maybe a third.
Ron and Retsu.
Yeah, Ron and Retsu. Oh my god. Ron's so cute.
Of course, we have to jump straight to that.
Alright, that's it. I'm taking off.
I'll get the stick.
Okay.
No, she was my wallpaper for like 2 weeks.
That's not creepy at all.
Not at all.
And then so yeah, Ron is Geki Yellow. Retsu is Geki Blue. So then we have then we meet Geki, who is the crackhead of the show.
No, his
John.
name is John.
Oh wait, what did I say? I'm really tired.
Why?
I'm so sorry. We meet John, the crackhead of the show. He lives in the jungle.
He's a tiger boy.
He's a crackhead.
No, no, he's not.
Not.
You were talking about one of my favorite Reds in a
He's one of my-
disrespectful manner.
he-
I
he's
will
one
get.
of my- He's one of my favorite Reds too. I can say whatever the hell I want. Oh God.
Anywho,
He's a crackhead, he lives in the jungle, and he fights pandas, and he wins. Okay? And he's a badass, and he has his own language. Waki Waki, and Zoa Zoa, and Niki Niki, and all that other crap.
Such walkie walkie as hell.
yes.
Wait, what?
Stuff's walkie walkie as hell.
This podcast is Waki Waki.
So walkie walkie.
Okay.
Okay.
He just speaks in onomatopoeia.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually a really funny. Not funny, but it's actually an interesting fact once you learn about it, and then all his stuff makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for sometimes when they don't translate whatever the hell he's trying to say.
There.
Almost all the time.
No, there was some stuff at the end of the show where they didn't translate it at all, and I was all like,
Well,
I haven't figured out
No.
I-
If you're watching TV Nihons, they never translated his stuff. What they did is
Technically, they did for like the first couple of episodes. They would have these little things that pop on screen to show what it meant,
Yeah.
but then they gave up on that.
no. I'm saying like in the actual show, like it's like he'd say something like Zoa Zoa, and then be like, what the hell is a Zoa Zoa? And he'd be like, he'd be like the rar rar thing, and they're all like, oh, it's the monster of the
That's-
week.
pretty much with this series, when he starts his random language bit, if you want to have an idea of what the hell he means when he says a particular word, you have to be paying attention to what's going on around at that particular moment. Because like what KRX said, they tried to translate for the first little bit, and then they gave up.
well, they gave what we call translator notes at the top, and then they decided to stop that after you discover he has so many made-up words in his own little language that it's like, nope, I'm not doing this.
I give up. I'm tapping out.
Can blame on the subtitle, the subbers TVD on, is not translating any of the attacks.
Oh, thank God.
So I don't like the attacks to be translated.
Well,
Also, God,
then don't
I have
watch
never
overseas
I have
Geki
never seen a
stuff
damn
with
show with the longest motherfucking attack titles. Holy shit! All their special attacks are like a whole paragraph long. Like you see the monster, he's gonna use his special Hisatsu whatever thing, and he's like Ringy, something something something, your mother something sucks eggs, something something Ringy, and then something happens, and you're all like, wow, that was the longest attack title I've ever seen, but nothing happened. All you did was throw a rock.
And that's the problem with not translating that, because it's all in Japanese words.
Yeah, I thought that was actually pretty cool. They didn't translate it, but
Well, I mean, I can kind of see why they didn't, though. not in the it's not in the sense that it would take too long to translate, but it's the idea that because this is a really hard-hitting martial arts base, because yes we've had like Hurricaneger and Kaku Ranger that are martial arts based. They're specifically ninja. Okay, ninja is an aspect of martial arts.
Not ninja.
This
I think he's still
Geki
talking
Ranger
like...
is more is kendo or kinpo. That's it, kinpo, which is its own martial arts. So they're going by that. And so some of the titles, it's actually interesting to have the Japanese. It would help for us poor lowly folk who don't know the language very well to know what these attacks mean.
Well, actually,
But
I don't know.
really, honestly, if you watch what they do when they say it, okay, it's like, okay, that's what it does. It's like every time when they grow large, okay, they say the same damn thing. Oh,
Except for in some cases they didn't.
I haven't gotten that far.
Oh.
Actually, there are quite a few, but
Well, there are times where they would say these really long attack titles, but I have been watching anime and shit for so long that there are words I caught, and I was like for instance, when Geki got the twin swords or the shark sword, the what?
John, not
John
Geki.
got the Geki
What?
set.
Oh, who the fuck is Geki? Oh, that's Ranger. Damn it! I'm so sorry. When John got the damn shark swords, and he said his special attack.
One of his favorite, and he says this is one of his favorite Sentai.
Oh man, no! I don't get a lot of sleep. Okay, leave me alone.
would you like me to take over and finish your sentence there?
No. When he got his damn swords, okay, and he did his attack for the first time, they translated it. They actually translated like later, like his super attack. But I was all like, I need to translation for that. His freaking attack was Gaki or fucking CJ talk.
I didn't know there was such an attack like that.
No, Geki Nami Nami Dan, and I was all like, Nami means wave. I don't need a translation for that shit.
Nami Nami-san.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Nami Nami's on.
Yeah, so I was like, one, this attack is really cool. Why does he only do it once the entire show? Two, I need a translation for that shit. I'm a baller. Baller.
It's kind of because for like all of them,
He doesn't do it only once.
He does it. No, he only does it once, and then he doesn't use it again until he gets Super Geki. But then he does it the Super Geki one, and he doesn't do the same thing.
Okay.
But he only does that one specific attack once.
Well, that's because that was the episode that's to debut the Geki Sabers.
Yeah.
It happened to all three auxiliary weapons.
Yeah.
I actually kind of am happy that they stuck with the Geki Tonfa, the long baton, and the nunchucks for so long.
Yeah.
That's another problem I have. For all things that they don't translate, each one for some reason turns nunchaku into nunchucks just because of the common way to say it.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm with you on that one, Volt, though, with them having kept the weapons, because a lot of series that we've seen in the past, pretty much once they get the new weapon, that's the only weapon they stick with. They stick with it. They're done.
Yeah,
they never go
straight.
back to the old.
Yeah, I mean,
And the fact that they pretty much use the auxiliary weapons as exactly that, an auxiliary weapon, I like that idea.
Although that brings me to one thing I always found weird was that Geki Red, gets his own unique weapon and gets nunchaku, which are, these red tiger-based nunchaku, and then Geki Yellow and Geki Blue get the Geki Tonfa, which are silver, generic, and they use just different modes of them instead of getting their own personally stylized weapons.
It's
Yeah.
because John's the most unique out of the group, I guess.
Well, yeah. I see that point. Yes, because if you think about it, Ron and Retsu, they've been doing this formalized training, and John just sort of gets thrown into it. And he's pretty much pulling a move where he's just pretty much teaching himself in a way. And he's kind of putting his own twist to it. He's not following it exactly by the book. So maybe that's why they decided to let's give him a special weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't blame Bandai for this. It's just too lazy to put out individual weapons for the other two.
Yeah.
So yeah, we never finished talking about what's happening. So yeah, there's three cool cats. Okay, one cool cat is a tiger. That's John, Geki Red. The second cool cat is Retsu, Geki Blue. He's a jaguar. And the third cool cat is a cheetah. That's Ran, Geki Yellow, the cutest one. Heart.
Well, she's also the only girl.
She's also the only girl, which is kind of scary.
No, Miki's
Not the
there.
first time, though.
Well, Ron's the only transforming person, the only transforming female.
Also, she is the
Melee.
technical. Also, technically, Ron is also the leader of the group.
That is the scary thing.
It makes sense. She was the most level-headed of the entire and the entire team. And
Most of the time, there isn't any one of them taking the lead, or
Actually, yeah, that
take turns.
That is a thing, because with the theming of the show, they actually can't have a straight-up leader, because the entire show is based around the balance of a triangle,
yeah,
and having someone who is a leader is kind of...
Yeah,
it
specifically a
messes
triangle
with that
of
balance.
Jin, Gi, Tai, or Heart, Technique, Body.
yeah. That's also their roll call. Like Geki Red is Iron Body, or Iron Body.
No, Unbreakable
Body.
Unbreakable
Geki
body.
Red,
Unbreakable Body.
Fantastic Technique,
Yeah.
and Honest Heart.
Man, leave me alone. I'm so tired.
Seriously.
Although the roll call is pretty interesting because they rarely do the full roll call, and it's actually a smart thing because
They have the longest roll call in all of Sentai.
yeah. But what I'm saying is it's a smart thing that they don't use the full roll call too often. The first time they use it is in the first and second episode, and then they'll only for the next few episodes use the final part just because they realize they can't just waste their time doing this long roll call, so they just do the end part and then do the fighting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes a lot more sense than other roll calls where they'll constantly do this big long roll call and then get to the fighting, and somehow the enemies aren't attacking them.
Monster's just sitting there, just like,
Damn.
So-
No, the monster's sitting there eating a bag of chips. Like, are you done?
like, but
Hang on.
there is one thing in this show that I really, really like. That is, for now, for the episodes that we're going to be talking about, the main villains have a roll call.
Yeah, they do. Also,
Yeah.
we didn't talk about the main villains. So there's two types of fighting styles in this show.
Okay.
This portion.
Of Geki Jyuken.
Yeah, there's.
Well, no,
Geki-
it's two schools of the Kenpo known as Jyuken.
Right, two schools
There-
of Jyuken.
There is Geki Jyuken, the School of Justice, and then there's Rinjuken Akugata, which is the evil school of Jyuken, who teaches destruction and all that. And
Suffering.
I love them.
Right, though the proper name for Geki Jyuken is Geki Jyuken Beast Arts.
So yeah, our main two protagonists are Melee, the chameleon.
Antagonists.
Antagonist.
Son of a bitch! I'm so tired of talking right now. Ugh.
Seriously, I could
Alright.
take over. But
Okay, we got Melee, the chameleon ringy user. Right, yeah, right. And then we have Rio or Leo or Whatever.
Whatever you want to call him.
However you want to call him.
Rio or Leo, I don't understand.
His name's Rio, but for some reason, some subtitles group switch it.
Oh no, they didn't call him.
The Japanese, when their R's and their L's are so close together, when you look at their translation, everything is spelled with R's, but then when it's spoken, it's more of like a very, very flipped R. So whereas we would look at it and say ra, it's more of a ra. So
Well,
it's
here's the problem with Rio, with TV Nihon subs.
They
When
said
it's
Rio.
Rio, they will spell his name as Rio, but when he transforms, they switch it to Leo.
well,
okay.
is lion mode. So
Oh yeah, he's the lion ringy user. I didn't say that.
Not just any lion, the black lion, but
Bastards.
but it's only in some episodes when he's transformed do they use Leo. I know they use it in the last roll call, but
Just for like the parts of series, because there are some things that they change.
yeah, it's still fun. To me, and I really want to talk about these two because it's something that Sentai hasn't done in a while. They kind of done it with Tokuger, but not in the way that I really liked with Geki. We haven't had villains who also grow.
yeah.
It's been a really long time since we've had villains who also need to train to keep up with the Sentai.
Scar. He's Scar from the Lion King.
I will come after you.
I didn't say that.
It was said by somebody in our chat.
I know. I'm pointing at his name. I'm coming after you, Hero Geddon.
We'll get you, Hero Geddon.
But I really do like these two because I'm just repeating myself. Because when the Geki Rangers start getting new masters, I forget the elephant's name.
There's Elehan Kimpo, Batley, and Sharky.
And Sharky Chan.
I'm still trying to figure out who Elihan is supposed to be.
Apparently he's named after a guy named Samo Kimpo.
Hang on, let me look because I did that.
I just said Samo Hung Kimpo.
Oh, okay.
Just do it.
But and then you have Batley, who's a parody name of Jet Li. Sharky Chan. If you can't figure out that that's Jackie Chan, I'm gonna hit people.
Yeah.
And then this is the one that I always enjoyed. Crud. Hang on. CJ, did you just get to Ken, or have they started the journey to go get the Rhino?
I've gotten to like the second or third episode where he's been introduced, but they have not gone on the journey yet to get the Rhino. They just got the sword back, or the katana. From,
Okay, so yeah, they've mentioned the guy who created Jyuken.
Yes.
Barusa Lee, aka Bruce Lee's the inventor of Jyuken.
Yes.
Although I think we're kind of skipping over, the first master, Shafu.
Yeah, no. Oh my God, Neko.
Yeah.
Neko-san.
Neko-chan.
Okay. I always have this special place in my heart about Shafu, but I'm gonna let KRX50 go first.
So the thing to know about the masters here, or the Kensei, are that they are people who have basically taken their Jyuken to such extreme levels that they have become humanoid animals of their fighting styles.
I thought it was that they use. Yeah, no, it's not that. they use like forbidden techniques that
Yeah, because
allowed them to do that, and then they got
Yeah, but
stuck in
they,
those forms.
but it's I'm still kind of correct because they got to a point in their training that they were able to do that.
Yeah,
Yes.
but that wouldn't make sense
Think
because
about
one of them turned into a fly. What the hell?
Hold
Well,
up. See, what happened with that one is, the four masters that we've been introduced, well, in my case, the 7 masters we've been introduced to, they were able to master their Geki Jyuken to a point where they were able to use that particular Jyuken, the forbidden one, and it transformed them into their fighting style. So Bat Lee obviously becomes a bat, Elahan becomes elephant, so on and so forth.
But I want to know what the hell kind of
About
fight style.
Master though is that besides looking like a cat, he actually acts like a cat.
Well, yes, but if you think about it, so do okay, to some degree, the three that come after him kind of live up to their kind of animal, because
Toku's the one who acts the most like the animal he's been turned
yes,
into.
Yeah.
But I want to know what the hell kind of fighting style is a fly?
well,
No,
Mr. Miyagi?
No. Because look what happened to Bay. Bay turned into a fly.
Bye.
I'm gonna call him Bay because that's how it's spelled. He turned into a fly.
Whatever.
yeah, yes, you become a fly, but I guess to kind of answer that question, think about it like this: flies are very, in a way, they're kind of defensive because as soon as someone comes up on them, they're going to fly away. So they're defensive. Their technique is more defense strategy. I'm doing the best I can. Someone stop.
All right, I'm taking the reins. I'm doing this. Okay, so back on to Shafu because I love the guy so much because he teaches. One of the most important lessons he tries to teach is
in daily
life
life there is training.
in life there is training, but also the very key core of the lesson he's trying to teach is life itself is training to be a better person.
Mm-hmm.
And that actually kind of brings me to one of the aspects I really love about Gekiranger is the way the episodes are structured, where in a lot of the episodes, especially early on, they will be taught these lessons that seem kind of inane, kind of unimportant, but they eventually turn out to be things that become important for them in the battles they have that episode.
I can give the best example right now. Geki Cloth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Geki Dust Cloth.
Yep.
In one of the earliest episodes, they
Number 3.
are fighting against a
Bull.
buffalo-based enemy.
Yeah.
And so a training that John is given is cleaning the floors, on his hands and feet. And it's later revealed that he is using a weighted dust cloth, and that's so that it can improve his charging attack.
And not
Yep.
get taken down.
Yep.
But
And
besides that, another thing is that within the series there are also life lessons being taught within the episodes, and I feel like that's a good thing to have as another thing in a Sentai. Like, it's not just entertainment, mindless entertainment, it's actually teaching life lessons to kids.
See, that's
Yep.
one aspect that I do find respectable about the Japanese kids shows. They still have that aspect of education to these kids that we have lost here.
not so much. There's stuff that I would talk about with Geki, but I want to kind of explain why for Geki it's so good, because even in the opening, just before the song starts, you have the intro, and like the last lines are "they learn and they change," and that's the entire point of the show: is they're learning to be better people and they're changing. And as you watch, you can clearly see them changing.
I think that's one of the good aspects of the show, and especially with it starting with a 3-man team, with less people, it means they have more time to focus on the individual members and get growth for them instead of maybe one member having a lot of it or some members having a lot and others having not much. Because there are only 3, it means they are able to pace it out so that each member gets a good amount of character growth.
Right.
Like, one of the things that kind of is my example of this, and it's not me trying to like crap on current day Sentai, because I still enjoy it, but like, look at it like this. In the first 25 episodes, Geki introduces 15 characters. In Tokuger's first episode, they introduce 12.
Yeah.
And I think right now, Sentai has the more quality, or quantity is better than quality right now.
Yeah.
It seems like it's gotten to that, and it's kind of a sad thing because I hate to say it, but they're kind of following the idea that the U.S. has done.
I don't hate it. I'm, again, not at all trying to be mean towards current day Sentai. It's just something I noticed while rewatching some of this.
Yeah.
And I really think because I remember the show so much, I just skimmed through a bunch of the episodes to get a reminder of it all. I'm
Right.
still doing that now. But with it, I'm remembering stuff like, oh right, they did that I kind of might just watch the show again.
I think another thing that helps is that they're not bogged down by like some all-encompassing gimmick that has been happening lately. They're able to introduce things at a slow and steady pace. I mean, you don't even with the first 3 Masters and new Geki Beast, they're not introduced episode then after the next after the next. They take a few episodes before they introduce the next one to give a chance for these to have their own time to shine.
Right, and the one thing that I've noticed about this one, recent Sentai has really followed suit with that strict monster of the week. This monster is introduced, and then it dies in this episode. What I've seen with this series so far is that occasionally this particular monster of the week will live and carry over to the next episode.
Heck,
Dude, that monster will live for a few episodes. Hell no.
like, for one example, episode 4, the monster of the week is actually, in all technicality, a monster Sentai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, the actual monster of the week for that is Rio.
Yeah.
Who technically wins.
Yeah.
I thought it was nice that the monster, like, it didn't blow up and then come back to life.
Yeah.
And,
Yep.
and like, instead,
A technique through giants.
yeah, they didn't. They were all like, "Oh, I'm getting my ass whooped. I'm gonna get big."
Yep.
And that makes a lot more sense, to be honest.
Yeah, this whole aspect of them actually being dead and then resurrecting, it's like, really now?
Another aspect is that what we see is that for the enemies, the grunts actually have to fight to earn the title or to earn the right to become the stronger monsters.
Yeah.
Like, the monsters of the week don't just exist. They have to go through trials to become them.
Yep.
And I do like that, concept. A lot.
And besides just that, another thing related to the monsters is that the introduction of new weapons and powers is kind of related to stronger monsters they need to defeat. They're not just introduced to introduce them. They come up when they have a monster that they need a certain something to defeat.
Yeah.
Have the company that makes the weapons, Scratch, create them something that they can use to get the advantage.
Right.
I mean, when you think about it, the series and the way it does things is really well thought out.
Yeah, and the one thing that I do like about it is, or one of the things I should say that I do like about it is they do have the concept of it's got that sort of heritage aspect to it, the learning about the training that they go through with each individual master. Well, with maybe the exception of Sharky Chan, just because he doesn't really teach much.
Oh no, he teaches.
He teaches, but it's still just like a.
No, he teaches how to use the sabers.
But really, well,
With Sharky Chan, the journey to find him was the training.
was the training.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was directly directing the training per se, like with the other two. But
Common theme of teaching without words, teaching through action.
But see,
Yep.
that was one thing that's definitely one thing that I, because you learn with, in order for Ron to be able to use the Geki hammer,
I hate that stupid ass elephant.
he's a pedophile.
Well,
No.
he's a stereotype of the old pervert,
Yeah,
perverted master.
but he pretty much, with that one, she learns that she really has to lighten up and not be so uptight to master her weapon. Because she was trying to be all formal about it and gotta do this and gotta do that. And once she actually smiles and kind of lets loose of the reins, it just sort of flows and it works well. Then
'Cause that's how the hammer goes.
Yes, and then with Bat Lee and Retsu, you really let go. He really lets go because Bat Lee flat out says, "Abandon the technique." And it's almost, and what happens with that one is Retsu gets put in, it's almost like a trance because he's watched Bat Lee do this so many times and he's just sort of mindlessly doing it, and
Also, he learns how to dance.
yeah, he learns how to dance. But because he does it mindlessly, if you look at it that way, he learns that you don't always have to rely solely on one thing. You can just sort of let go and let the actions take hold, and that'll do it. And then Sharky, well, he pretty that one's definitely learn before you get to the master situation, because the train, or what he does with that, what happens with that one is they're in a boat. Don't you dare start singing that song. They're in a boat. Retsu and Ron both get very tired.
What song?
I'm on a boat. That song.
I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. Everybody
Nah.
look at me because I'm standing on a boat.
Didn't want him to sing it. You probably just shouldn't have mentioned it.
Yeah, I know, but I figured he would have caught on a little too quickly.
No, I haven't heard that song since like 9th grade.
But so with the training with that one is John, because he's the unbreakable body. He has unimaginable strength. And when Ron and Retsu get tired, he's still able to go, and he just powers right through all the tests, and it's just like, screw you. And it
Oh, I remember that. John was able to do that because he was actually really pissed. He was all like, everybody else gets a weapon. They've all got masters. Where the fuck is mine?
yeah, pretty much.
The reason he was able to get through that was because, like, Ron and Retsu were just tired. They didn't want to paddle the boat anymore. And then, like, just, rocks started falling from the sky. He's all like, hey, stop being little pansies. Let's go. I want to get my new freaking weapon.
Pretty much. And so he's
I'm actually watching all that right now.
John is basically a 5-year-old.
Well,
Especially with his language.
It's not even that. He's actually a lot like how do I put it? He's a lot like Kid Goku.
Hmm.
Oh
He-
yeah.
He's uneducated.
Yeah.
He's a
The thing
savage.
you have to remember is that with him, he's grown up in the woods by himself with big
tigers and pandas.
tigers and pandas. So
Bears, oh my.
Though the thing to note is that he wasn't born and raised in the woods. It's
Yeah.
at a certain point in his childhood, he
He actually had a family at some point.
An accident occurred and he got washed away by a river.
Yeah, this is spoilers for CJ.
It's just that
I haven't gotten that far. Hush.
Yeah.
No, dude,
Oh.
they've showed they should have showed like bits of the flashback.
Not,
Okay.
not with John. We've seen the flashback with Rio a lot, but we haven't seen the flashback with John yet. Not at episode 30.
Oh man, that real flashback. Once you realize what happens to Real, you're all like, damn, this show just got real.
here's the thing we have to note is that when we find John, he is able to speak Japanese, but because he's been living in the woods for so long, he's kind of lost touch with it and forgot how to speak proper Japanese.
Hence his language.
Yeah.
Well, his language is him struggling to try and find the words to convey his emotion.
Right. But that explains why he talks the way he does. Which, I mean, it gets the point across because eventually all of them figure out what the heck he's talking about. It's like, well, Zoa. Oh, enemy. Okay. So
Yeah, he's got words.
We got-
I mean,
He's got words for
there's
stress.
some where they like kind of start guessing what he's saying, and then when they get on the mark, they're like, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm
like
happy.
When he was freaking out because of his anxiety problem, I forget what the word for that one was, but they were all like, "Are you having like an anxiety attack? What's wrong with you?"
Oh, was that
And
the
then-
episode where he was trying to figure out the order for the four of them? I mean, that's actually...
No, I think that's the one. I think that might be it. But there was also one where he was having anxiety because the one where in the very beginning of the show when Ron had to fight that guy with the punching guy, where she had to punch the wall more than the other guy,
Yeah.
and he was having anxiety. That's when they first established the word.
Yeah.
That wasn't Niki, was
No, Niki's another word for like. It's one of his other words for like happy something or something that he likes.
Niki is, I believe, he's excited.
Yeah, so you can lump that one together with walkie walkie.
it? Yeah, we need to get a John dictionary.
Enjoying
No,
things.
heck no. It's funner trying to figure out what the hell he's saying.
Yeah,
You should have seen my reaction when he whipped out Zowa Zawongo. I was all like, "Excuse me."
What? Zoa Zawongo. What
That's
the
like
hell?
you haven't gotten there yet, but that's like the final form for the enemies. Like when they finally hit the strongest enemy they could possibly get is the like Zowa Zawongo,
The
the mythical creature guys.
no. Zawanga was for the 3 Rinju Kensei.
No, that's just the one.
Yeah, no, Zowa Zawongo was the mythical creatures.
Oh, right, the Genjuken piece.
Yeah, Jyuken.
That one always whatever. Oh hey, CJ went the other way.
Oh,
I'm trying to collect my thoughts here because there's just so much to talk about in this episode.
let's talk about the other
I
ranger.
I know what I want to talk about, and it's like, okay, to kind of set this up, I'm going to say this is when I remove all bias from all the series I've watched. This is my favorite. I think of the entire show, there's only one misstep I can take, and it is how they handled the Super Geki Rangers.
Hmm.
In my honest opinion, that was a screw up because what happened is John figured out how to acquire Kageki, which is the next step up from Geki.
Yeah.
And then Ron and Retsu are just like, oh, that's how you do it, and copy him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you could have done so much more if the next 2 episodes were about them figuring out their own lesson to acquire Kageki.
I think
I see
Super
what
Geki.
you're saying.
I
I see
I feel like because they all went through the same trial to obtain Kageki with Masters Gorian, Michelle Peng, and Pyong Biao.
Yeah, but it's
they-
also during the fight against Rio, they passed the trials, but they still never acquired Kageki because those Kensei said you're still missing something.
Mhm.
And
Well,
then during the fight with Rio, John finds out what he's missing, which
see
is
that,
why
but
does his Geki Jyuken exist?
I see what you're saying, but at the same time, I also see how I also understand how the reason why they did it the way they did, because I whoever which there was one of y'all that said it. They went through the same trials, and it really honestly it does boil down to what John figured out. Once he put clarity to it. I think it made a lot of sense to him, because keep in mind, Ron and Retsu both had been studying Geki Jyuken for years, according to what we know. What we know, they've been studying it for years. John just sort of gets thrown into it, and he's the first to learn, how to use the Kageki. So I think in a way it's actually good because the tables turn, and instead of John learning from Ron and Retsu from what they do,
They learn from him. Yeah, no,
They learn
it still
from him.
fits entirely with the triangle, but as individual characters, though, it feels a little cheap, and that's kind of where the concept of the triangle collides with the concepts of individual growth.
I understand that one, and maybe I would have liked to have seen that. It would have been interesting to see how they would have done that, but at the same time, it makes sense in a way to do it the way they did it, to the degree of, how do I want to word this? I just had it in my head. To the degree of it took a nudge from this person to do it. They were already fighting to protect people, hence why they were wanting to fight in the first place.
I think additionally, because of what was coming in the next few episodes, and what also because the powers they get as Super Geki Rangers are all very similar to each other, that from the production standpoint, to them it must have just made the most sense to introduce all three at the same time.
Yeah, no, I see that, and the thing is, with this, it is such a minor hang-up to me that at points I'm like, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But then the writer in me is like, you could actually make Retsu the last to be the Super Geki Rangers by having his lesson being accepting his brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of shoulda, coulda, wouldas that could have been done with that particular thing.
I think the Super Geki Rangers look like football players.
I
Football
love
players
those
with-
powers.
Especially the way, well, the main gimmick for their suits, which is kind of using Kageki as a kind of jet propulsion, either to boost themselves forward or to suspend themselves in air.
Or, and this is the part I really enjoy, to add momentum to a kick or something.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
that's why I said boost themselves forward.
No, like I'm watching it, and there is one moment here where Geki Blue jumps into the air, and he's already kind of in mid kick, but then he uses the booster to add a spin for extra momentum.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, one thing that I want to talk about is the mecha,
Mhm.
because
Oh, actually, okay. For that, we could talk about Geki Violet first.
But
Because
we,
that-
But he hasn't debuted yet.
technically
talking
he
about?
hasn't debuted.
Wait,
Yeah,
oh,
and-
for 24?
21.
He's in-
21? I thought we were going to 24.
24
we
was
are on the list, but he debuts in 25.
yeah.
Oh,
He
but
appears at the end of 24, but in terms of actually an official introduction, he doesn't get that till 25.
Oh, well, damn. Okay, or whatever.
But
Geki
yeah,
Violet was cool.
So I guess, yeah, just as a, not getting into it, but this is the series with the first Violet Ranger.
yep. But yeah, the mecha is what I want to talk about.
Mhm.
I love the way this particular mecha is created. It's not an actual robot. It's them turning their Geki into a physical, corporeal thing.
Mhm.
We've seen a similar aspect where something about the user is what becomes the mecha. Because if you remember from Maji Ranger, they don't have these side robots over here that they utilize. They become the mecha themselves.
They become the Majin, yes.
Right.
Yep.
In this case, in a sense, it's very, very similar because something of themselves is becoming the mecha. And
May I interject? Because I can actually explain this a little bit better. Basically, they give their Jyuken physical form, and
Because for a lot of attacks, they'll have these kind of spirit forms of their Geki beasts that will be projected with their attacks, but for the mechs, they take these spirits and they make them real, like physical Geki beasts.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then what happens is the three will combine and become a extension of their body.
And Knuckles will
Yeah,
start
something
cracking.
similar to
yes, knuckles cracking.
yeah, because that is their changers, the Geki changers.
No, I'm talking about when the thing is transforming.
Yeah, when the
every
joint-
time it change, every time like the joints attach, or if it like the jaguar or the cheetah change into the foot, it makes a knuckle cracking sound.
Yep.
And that
then
comes
they
back from the Geki changer.
tiger.
Yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
from the changer itself.
I know I had the changer before I sold it, but I'm saying
I
knuckle crack is cool.
hadn't. I wanted it. But anyway,
Getting back to where I was, in something similar to Mobile Fighter G Gundam, the way their cockpit works is that they sync their movements together, and their movements are what Geki Toja does.
right. Now, the cool aspect of this, though, that I've seen is whatever damage a particular ranger has, that becomes exhibited in that mecha, or in their particular Zord.
It's actually it's the other way around. It's only shown to like give Violet's mech a chance to attach, and that's all I'll say on that. But we basically see the Geki Cheetah get beat up a lot, and to the point that it can't hold its actual physical real world self together, and Ron is also basically really badly hurt because any damage the Geki Beast takes, its owner takes as well.
The other thing about Geki Toja is that in terms of the actual studio and show, it's very sleek, very slimmed down, and that allows for a lot of martial arts movements. It really helps with the theme of the show.
Yeah, it's not a big bulky mecha.
I'm,
It a lot of times will use physical attacks. Not it has a weapon that's made up of the tails of the three Geki beasts it's made of, but it rarely
Setsukan.
it will stick with mostly punches or kicks.
Unlike, this unruly big bastard.
Yeah. Well, he's physical. Well, the thing is he's physical too. But whereas Geki Toja, whereas he spins around, Geki Fire's arms just spin around. I still want a Geki Fire.
I always like Geki Toja more than Geki Fire.
I always enjoyed Toja more.
Yeah.
I'll switch with you.
Hell no.
So the interesting thing is that their Geki beasts they get Geki Elephant, Geki Bat, and Geki Shark can be used with either Geki Toja or Geki Fire.
Yes.
And they do give them, different things, like a Geki Elephant or Geki Elephant Toja is more for extra power. Geki Bat Toja gives them flight, and then Geki Shark Toja lets them go into water.
Yes.
And be a drill.
And a drill. And the thing to remember about those three is for their weaponry, whatever their ranger's weapon was. So like Ron got the hammer, Retsu got the fan, and John got the sabers. That's the weapon that they transform into. So in a way, we don't really see the blades of Geki Bat or the wings of Geki Bat used so much as blades more so than wings, but because the wings are bladed, there is the potential for them to be used like the fans from the Geki fan.
That's always the thing that's bugged me with Toja is with Geki Toja Elephant. You actually got the hammer as a hammer.
Yeah.
With the other ones, they were kind of these static pieces attached to like the arm or something, and it just didn't work the same. Like you couldn't get the same flow out of Geki Shark Toja as you get out of Jean using the Geki sabers.
At the same time, that's kind of a limitation of the way they worked, where with a lot of them, the way it kind of worked was more of parts attaching onto them than them holding new things.
Except in the case of Elephant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although with the case of the elephant, it was that the elephant's head's detached and it had a ball that would roll along, and then the ball attached to the trunk, and it would hold that, and that would be a hammer. But for Bat and Shark, it was a little bit different because, for Bat, the wings kind of could fold onto the arms, and for Shark, the fins, they just detach and attach onto the arms.
See, in my head, I'm kind of glad they didn't do what went through my head, but at the same time, it would have been interesting to see how they would have done it. In all previous Sentai, and even latter Sentai, we've seen a way to connect all of them together. And yes, that would have been probably ugly as hell, but it would have been, in some way, shape, or form, interesting to see how, like, Geki Toja would have been able to have connected with all three of the Geki Beasts, or Geki Fire connected with all three of the Geki Beasts. But at the same time,
there is kind of something like that. When they get sorry, I don't know what the hell that was.
Somebody was getting killed.
No, there's something kind of like that. Oh my God! What is that? It's something like that at the end of the show when they get the rhino, but it's not. They don't all attach.
I remember that one. I remember seeing a picture of that one, but really you can't call that a connection because they all don't connect. Because Geki Bat.
It's best described as kind of a chariot mode.
Yeah,
Wait, are we talking about the Stampede?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know we were gonna talk about the
No, we're not.
Stampede.
We're just mentioning it. We're not going full into it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not going fully
Okay.
into it. It's
Okay.
just a thought that went through my head about the mecha. But
I think the reason why they didn't have all three of them attached to Geki is because they didn't want it to be weighed down with bulk.
yeah, and I can understand that because even
One at a time, just so they could still be viable for martial arts style combat.
yeah, I mean, and I can even understand from the toy aspect because even because this is I figure this is the American style mold, but it's still technically Geki Toja because of the way that it's made. This guy's bulky, even by himself. So I know adding just one Geki Beast would make him. So to have all three of them added, just oh god, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, the thing is, it's the kind of thing where that would be difficult to do because the way it's structured is that Geki Tiger is the upper body, arms, and head, while Geki Cheetah, and Geki Jaguar are the legs.
Yeah, and there was nothing, and in terms of the mecha, there was nothing that connected for the legs. It was all strictly.
Except for Geki Violet's neck.
Well, yes, but technically.
Yeah, I think we're going a little off topic from our limitations here.
Yeah.
All right.
Crap. I'm trying to think on if there's anything else we can talk about.
Well, I mean, perhaps some aspects of maybe the suits. I mean, I guess one thing that's interesting about the suits is something that people notice immediately, which is that they have no belts.
Yep.
Like with
Yeah.
Except for Ken.
Yeah, although just not getting the spoilers, but where the first three are kind of kung fu based, number 5 is karate based, so a belt was kind of necessary.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like in that sense they're trying to go for perhaps a style similar to like Bruce Lee's signature yellow jumpsuit.
Yeah.
I love that thing.
And indeed, there aren't too many details, but they kind of help to make him a little bit more animal-like because besides the symbol on in the middle of their chests, like the only real details on suits are like patterns on them similar to the animals they're based on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the fact that and I know we've got off topic a little bit beyond what we were talking about, but yeah, with Geki Chopper, because his has that great big horn looking thing going up through it, that does relate to what he does, because he's the rhinoceros.
Well, he doesn't actually have a horn going through.
Well, you've got the 3 claw marks, but then you've got this slash thing going through it, so that could kind of represent the horn, since his mecha, the horn is a sword.
Oh, yeah, I thought they said that was the original symbol at the scratch.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I know this. I think that's what they said.
The thing about the suits is that they're really designed with martial arts in mind, because among other things, no difference.
There's nothing restrictive on them.
Yeah, they're
If you
flexible.
look at the hands and feet, they're not like the typical long gloves and long boots. They're short gloves and shoes that they wear.
Yeah, and even if you look at the shoes,
They're
shoes
high tops.
look like. Well, it's not that they're high tops. The shoes themselves look like martial arts gear, because I don't know if anyone's ever looked at martial arts gear, but at some point when you're progressing through your belts, you have to buy sparring gear, and one of the things that you get is these feet guards, and they look like the foot guards that you have to use for sparring. So I like the fact that they did keep that aspect.
The Gekiranger themselves kind of act as arm guards.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then of course.
Because all their gear, their suits and whatnot, are developed by a sports gear company, and they kind of have a research development team, and they definitely specialize them to have the most efficient designs they can.
Yeah,
Are we talking about Scratch?
Yes.
yeah. That was another thing that I wanted to mention. The fact that for something for the series to kind of have that aspect of ancient ideals in terms of like with the martial arts, with the kinpo, and the styles that Batley and Elahan use. It's interesting that they do still have that modern aspect. It's a good combination of the ancient aspect of the show, but then the modern day with the weaponry. Because there's at one point, you see the Super Geki Claw, because we've gotten to that point.
Yeah.
The Super Geki Claw, it interacts with the spiritual energy or the Geki. Or the Jyuken, whichever one it's called, of the person to activate their Super Geki mode. But it's a modern weapon that's interacting with this ancient spirit energy.
The kind of idea is that they designed the weapons so that the Geki Rangers can channel their Geki into them to use.
Right.
And without them, they wouldn't be able to become Geki Rangers in the first place.
Right, but I'm still saying that it's an interesting idea to mix the old aspect with a new aspect. Because usually from what I've seen of Sentai, they stick with a thing. It's old or it's new, and this mixes the two very well.
Although the interesting part about it is that they don't really try to use too high-tech design. They're still at their base based on typical martial arts weapons.
Well, that is true. That's very true.
And given the ability to get through them.
It's the fact that they can be hooked up to a computer that gives them that high-tech aspect.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing.
Quite nice about the series is that at the end of each episode, you'll have this little segment where they'll kind of go into little tidbits about the new gear they gain and kind of explain how they can use them.
Yeah.
We only have about 4 minutes left.
All right.
Really quick, I'm going to say this because because everybody's been talking about how Scratch makes all the stuff, but there's a thing that... Okay, last thing I'm going to say about Chopper. His symbol is the symbol of the people who actually craft and make the tools they use, like the changers. Done.
Right, their R&D department.
Yes.
Research and development. Got to love them. But yes, you make it.
I know they have a name, but it just... Meh.
I forget what their name is. I just know it as the research and development team.
It's not Scratch.
Yeah, it's still Scratch.
But that's the name of whatever.
Excuse me.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Oh, Scratch Meisters.
That's it.
Yep, there we go. Had to think on that one.
How much time do we spend talking about the enemies? The enemies are cool. They're 7 deadly venoms. That's a real thing.
The 5 poison fists.
Those 5? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Based on venomous animals.
Wait, where'd 7 come from? Whoa, God. I need to go to sleep.
Say.
You are out of it today, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
There is also like a lot of number theming in this because
Yeah, the 3 Kenmas and the 7 Kenseis and the 5 Venoms and the...
It's not even that. You have the triangle, which grows from 3 to 4 to 5, but it starts as 3, and then with, in a way, Jean and Rio, which we actually didn't talk about them as, like, what they are.
Those
Much.
two are like
They're-
bonded by
they're-
destiny.
But that doesn't start until about the end of the episode we're covering.
Yeah.
But, well, it kind of starts when Rio's introduced, because
Oh yeah, they're like destined rivals, but you don't really find out about that until the end of the show.
but like they have this weird duality that in a way Rio is the other half of the same coin of Jean.
Well, they're both powerful cats, and
They're Thundercats.
ho! Anyway,
Where's the stick?
but there is also the fact that John's cat is a tiger, and
Rio is the lion.
Rio. Well, no, not even that. Rio's been having this weird thing where a white tiger told him something, and
Oh, that's where the
Yeah.
good shit happened.
We actually can't.
We literally cannot talk about that. No.
That's actually massive spoilers.
Yeah.
then I need to. Then wait, no. We gotta talk. We gotta stop talking.
Well, that's interesting about the Read and Range, the Monsters of the Week, is there are some themes there, because with a lot of them you'll see both the animals on the chest and with their names. It's basically the Japanese names for the animal, but with the first character or first sound brought to the end.
Was this what animal was the Sky Kenma? Can you guys tell me, please?
He was a hawk,
It was a hawk.
Okay.
His name
I believe.
Kata, which is the reverse of Taka.
Oh, that makes sense. All right, he better be a fucking hawk.
I'm looking. Good God.
Yep, he's a hawk.
Skyfist Demon Kata, and yeah, he was a hawk.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is that they will actually say what animal they're based on with their martial arts style. So, for example, Kata is Rinju Hawkken.
Yep.
He says that. I did not know we could figure out a way to have a jellyfish Ken.
Yeah, and then there's Bear. Bear kind of makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. The jellyfish one, just what the hell.
Well, at the same time, it was a defensive thing, because as you can see, he would kind of like bob and weave and turn the body into a jellyfish-like structure to avoid attacks.
Yep.
Yeah.
She
went
is
all
Bio
Bio
Rider. Yes. See, we were thinking the same thing. We should probably end the show.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry that we're intruding on your time. Give me shit. Don't worry.
No, seriously, we're like 2 minutes over on the YouTube.
All right.
channel.
Whatever.
Whatever. We're fine.
Anyways, yeah, I think we're at this point rambling just about how good this show is. Because seriously, it's a really good Sentai, and if you haven't watched Geki, what the hell is wrong with you? Go watch Geki.
It was a little bit
Honestly,
more.
for me, this one has taken a number 2. For me, number 1 will always be Maji, because Maji Ranger was what got me introduced into Sentai, but this has definitely taken up that very close number 2 spot. So,
For a long time, this was my number 1. I think it's fallen to number 2 because of Pure User, but I think this will still stay in my number 2 slot.
oh yeah.
Just everything is so
Yeah.
good.
I mean, I'm in the same boat with Volt. I really don't have anything bad to say so far. There's a couple of little things that I could nitpick at, but they're so minor, it's just like, what's the point?
Yeah, no, this is my number 3, only because I really like ninjas. And the 2 ninja teams are still the other ninja teams that have aired and finished are in the top 2, and I might make a 6th slot just for Ninja. Depends.
Gonna cheat.
Shut
I mean,
the
yeah,
fuck up.
what the thing about the series is what I said before. This is really well thought out. They think through what they're going to do. The pacing is well done. There is actual foreshadowing within the episode that is subtle. It's not blatant, and what they say and what they do lead to things later down the line.
Yeah.
So really, what makes this so good is how well thought out and how well planned the structure of the series is. Like, the flow and the pace, it makes sense, and the aspects of the series itself are thought out and actually do make sense in that context.
Yeah.
Work.
I mean, I love the way the series is going so far. I really do. I can't wait to finish it. It's really fantastic the way, from what I've seen so far. And I think at this point we are somewhat rambling, so I think we need to kind of wrap this up and be done.
Uh-huh.
I mean, yeah, this is definitely a good series. If you haven't seen it, then I would say, start off, see how you like it, and if you do find you like it and feel that you want to continue, do go to the end, because really get the full experience, you do have to watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
And oh crap, I'm trying to remember because the movie actually takes place in canon. Dang it!
Yeah, the movie is canon. Nay, nay, ho, ho.
Yeah, the movie takes place in Hong Kong.
It's also really good, and I'm trying to remember where it takes place.
In Hong Kong.
No, in the show.
Oh, I don't know, but they say nay, nay, ho, ho a lot.
Well, that's because it's a take on Neho, one of the ways to say hello in Chinese.
Yes. Anyways,
Yeah, we need to wrap.
That's not right. Or maybe it is.
No.
Whatever, we'll talk about it when this is over. Quick! Eject!
So, Frogs, Fearless Leader, I think we need to wrap this up.
Okay, let's wrapping.
Series.
What? Oh. Go follow our Twitter page. Go like our Facebook. If this is your first time watching, you can subscribe to us, please. We're the Sentai Writers United. Anybody else want to throw in anything?
Crap, we forgot to mention, the big thing that happened recently.
What's the big thing that happened recently?
Goldar.
Oh, yeah, Goldar, the voice of Goldar, followed our Twitter account. And
We're in the big leagues now!
Twitter related, so I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't know. We're just freaking out about it. It's pretty cool. But yeah,
Pretty much just go follow our stuff down below.
Yeah, all our stuff is in the link in the description below. It's in the description below. All the links. We got the Sentai Writers. We got the CJ's toy reviews. We got Monkey Mama's gift. CJ's mom makes crochet stuff.
And she's good.
Yeah, we have let's not talk Toku because it's dead.
You also got my toy reviews.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I'm not there yet. We have Volt. we have Volt's Tweaksquad. He fixes computers and whatnot, and then we have KRX Filthy.
I will get the stick.
Don't call me that again.
Right, KRX50. I'm just kidding. KRX50's YouTube and Facebook. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Let's good night, everybody.
Have a good one.